Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Rain Day Gaming. Now, a lot of you may be asking, Rain Day, why this ridiculous getup that you are wearing? Is it time to go to your FBI briefing? What is going on? Is it below zero? No, but it is very cold for me, and I am one of many in this state of Georgia who are not going to put up with freezing their butts off. Okay, when I walk into my home and it's 68, and I'm like, toasty. You know it's freaking cold outside. So let's get into Tyra. That's what you guys want to talk about here. And these are the cars that I have. Unfortunately, these aren't really the cars I want. We can talk about those in a little bit, and we'll go through that. But Tyra is the new champion in Paladins, and you guys are going to have a lot of fun with her. I've been able to play test this champion for quite a while, giving some feedback on the design, talked about this at length, and kind of figured out how to maximize using her, at least at this beginning point, before everyone gets their hands on her and comes up with these new and interesting strats. But before anything else, let's make sure we go ahead and let you know that it is like 2 days left to get the 100K shirt and hoodie. If you want to get it for somebody for Christmas, you get that whole theme, Embrace the Storm. It is a limited edition, it'll never be anywhere again, so make sure you guys check that out. I put out a cool shirt for my 100K special, and I hope you all pick it up if you can. I'm grabbing mine, I think, tomorrow, so make sure you let me know in the comments if you did get one yourself. Now, going into Tyra is a damage champion, and that champion, that role of damage is fleshed out a lot in Paladins right now. We've got 7 damage champions. We've got 4 flanks, we've got 4 tanks, we've got 5 supports. So the damage champions have a lot to work with, but in many ways that gives them flexibility in what they actually do in their kits. Now, Tyra is all damage. A lot of other damage champions have a little bit of, maybe they have a little support aspect. Maybe they target certain things. Tyra's definitely targeting certain things. Stealth, one of those things. Tank Shred, one of those things that she targets really well. And then the other aspect of her, again, is that she's got so much damage, she has to then give up something in the process. So let's take a look at what she brings to the table. You see here is the auto rifle that she has, and people look at these numbers and they go, oh my God. Well, those are complete headshots, so don't worry about that. Those headshots, they're not going to be happening as frequently as that, but that is the damage she's doing. And in fact, Tyra has the highest DPS possible in Paladins if you do everything right. Now, what is everything right? Let's take a look at the skills. You've got the auto rifle, like you say here, but then there's also the nade launcher. A lot of people call this the noob tube. You throw this out, and that is your right click. So that right click is going to do 700 damage and an impact, but it does have fall off. Do I have a GM on this? Yeah, I do. Okay, so it's going to have fall off. So what that means is that if you shoot it here, you're going to hit 700, but if you shoot it here, you're going to hit 629. You shoot it here, it's going to hit 159. Whoa, buddy. 238 and 520. Whoa, that is a big difference. So those small adjustments are going to make a huge aspect to whether you're going to be able to land this. And talk about just landing this in general. If you're hitting a moving target, it's got pre-fire. So that moment, I click it, and then it goes. I click it, and then it goes, right? Click, and then it fires. To be able to do that, you have to anticipate where people are moving, and that is going to be something that I think a lot of players and pros are going to get used to, and this is going to separate those great Tyras, the ones who can be here fighting you and then go boop and bop you in the head. Oh my God, I didn't plan that. I thought that might have missed. But those are going to be the great Tyras who are able to do that. Now, that's already given her another level of skill beyond Victor, and that's important to note. Moving beyond to the next aspect of her kit, we have the auto rifle. We've got the noob tube to finish people off. Let's talk about what her Q is. Her Q, oh baby, it's a Molotov cocktail. Let's get lit up in here. And you see, if I wasn't in God mode, I would be taking damage. So this does in fact do damage to Tyra. It is called Firebomb. It hurls an incendiary device. It leaves a pool of fire. It lasts for 6 seconds, so you can really cut off a hallway. And it burns for maximum health damage, which means it's going to get everybody to just about a couple of shots away from dying. As you see this here, it is the same amount of health taken away from each champion, even though you're taking more from the tanks because they have a bigger health pool. It's based on their maximum health that this is happening, but the same result happens. And the benefit is that if you do it to a lower health target, right, it's still going to take you, a couple more shots to finish off Fernando, whereas that Ying, it's going to be like just very, very simple to finish off. People will obviously have to choose to stand in this, but if you have a Grumpy Bomb on your team, you stun them, you throw the Molotov in there, oh boy, or you got the Makoa hook, you throw this at your foot, Makoa hooks them into this fire, they've got nowhere else to go. We saw a lot of combos where Makoa would hook into a Grumpy Bomb stun with the Molotov cocktail there. Ow, that's gonna hurt. Don't get me caught up in that, baby. I didn't do nothing to deserve that. Okay, I'm cold. I'm still trying to get warm. I can't be dealing about that warm. That's a little too hot for me. So now moving into the F, it is called the Hunter's Mark. And what she will do is she will mark a target. It'll become very clear to everyone on the team who is marked. You see those little symbols right there. And she can also see them through walls. That's right. It is a reveal. And so not only will the team know that this player is revealed, they'll be able to see them through walls and plan their next steps, whether it's a snipe, whether it's coming around a corner and saying, all right, you know, noob tube, I'm ready to go. Whether you're able to do that, having that little bit of an advantage, knowing exactly where they are is a big, that was bad. All right. It's a big difference. You could still do it there because I know where these guys are standing, but being able to anticipate that on a moving target who has, you know, an impetus and, you know, has a mind of their own, this is going to help a lot. And because of the fact that it reveals everyone, even stealth champions like Shaolin, like Skye, they have nowhere to go, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide when Tyra is on the battlefield, and she keeps marking them, especially those Kinessas transporting, maybe lose track of her. The EV's right. She's blinking. You don't know where she wormholed from. These are really good. This is a really good counter to that. Going to help the team a lot in that regard. But moving on, it also gives her a little bit of a damage amp. So she gets some penetration, right? Some shred on those targets. So normally I'm doing 120. When I throw my mark onto someone, I'll be hitting them for 138. If you can see those numbers, 138 that entire time. And it's pretty good. And you can see there, it's still going to take a whole clip for me to burn down a Fernando. But look at how I go, how far. Okay, let's see how far it goes when I use just 120 there. I don't think that was a full clip, to be honest. That's unfortunate. All right, this test is going to take way too long. I don't want to do that. Anyways, you'll see that it's about 18 extra damage on the top, which, you know, combining that with how many times she shoots, 30 times 18 on that clip is going to be that extra DPS you gain, extra damage that you gain, and that's quite a bit. I mean, you're going to be near almost adding 600 damage to your clip, around 500. 20, 40, something like that. I don't know what it is, but you're going to be adding that to your overall damage, which is going to be pretty impressive. Absolutely. So taking that, she's got her ultimate, and of course her ultimate is a tank shred as well. What she's going to do is she's going to pop into crossfire, and that's going to give her 40% attack speed and 40% movement speed for 4.5 seconds. Now, please, do not go crazy here. Everyone's looking at this and saying, OP, OP. It's not OP. I played this. It's not OP. Now, it is going to be great against the Skye. I mean, look at what she could already do to Skye. Okay, so that's not going to be a big fight. Skye's going to be killing her, though. Let's remember that. Skye will be shooting at her, doing a lot of extra damage, trying to get away. That's not how the fight's going to go, but in a vacuum, she's already shredding low characters. She's already doing that. This is just a 40% increase to the damage, and while it is powerful, it is not game-breaking, and it doesn't last long enough to really impact the fight more than 1 or 2 champions, and especially low-health champions. You could spend it all on a tank, or you could try and get it onto a couple low-health champions and damage dealers or flankers, but either way, you're going to have to really pay attention as to how to use it. Now, the way I want to maximize using it is basically use my whole clip, pop the ult, and then go back and shoot again. And as you see, I have literally no reload time in that round. So as you see, I'll do it one more time. You do this, you load the clip, and then you've got that reload. Instead of that whole reload process, you could actually just pop into your ultimate. So, of course, your ultimate will be determined based on what situation you're in. But instead of reloading, you pop the ult, and then you're there. Boom, 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 boom. Headshots, headshots. You can still headshot in this mode. And then you just keep shooting. Because it's the reload actually, you get that free reload when you pop into your ult after you're trying to reload on a normal shot. So that is something that's important on a normal clip, excuse me. That's a good thing to keep note of. And so her combo, you know, being able to throw this down, right? Pop there. I mean, that DPS is just going to be absolutely nuts. She's going to be able to take people down in those perfect scenarios, but it's going to be hard for Tyra to get in those perfect scenarios. And again, this hurts her, so doing that will take off some health. You see she's on flames right now. That is not going to be an easy solution. Throw it at your feet. Let's see if we can look all the way down. Throw it behind us. No, we still get hit by that. But what you could do is this, I suppose. Nope, you still get hit by that. Let's see. What could you do? All right, you can do that. That's still a little far away from you, but you're running through a doorway. Boom. Still hits you. So this spread actually gets you quite a bit, and that will do a decent amount of damage to you. And so you will have to be prepared to that. Low health, running away from champions, not going to be great as far as Tyra. Now, and that's where she's going to struggle. That's where she's going to struggle, and that's going to be the counterbalance. How well can you get her damage off versus how well can she maneuver and position on the point and really pop out that damage when necessary. So we looked at the abilities. I want to look at the loadouts here, but I want to take you to the main lobby quickly so that you can see exactly the cars that she's got. This is PTS. If you want to jump on PTS, download it. I don't have the link, but I'm sure if you went to forums.paladins.com, you could be able to find it, or go to the Paladins game Twitter. You'd be able to find that. That's at Paladins game on Twitter. Now let's look at the loadouts. Look at the cards. There's one card in particular I'm pretty excited about, and I think it's this. There's a lot of other cards that kind of will, as cards happen, here's how it works. Cards start to become more fleshed out as people play the champion more. But this is a card that I was really interested in general, just because you get 40% reload speed if you're able to max that out. And I could see reload speed being very powerful on her. Because she has such damaging ability. You want to get that damage off. Very much like Victor, I feel like her DPS is something you want up all the time. And so the reload speed could be something very impactful to her. And so I want to throw that out there. These maximum health cards are interesting. Not something I'm enjoying a lot, but, you know, they're very interesting cards. She's got reduces her Firebomb healing. You could reduce the cooldown of Firebomb, which seems like a very good strategy. It's got a pretty long cooldown right now. I think you can cut that by 20%. I think it's about a 20-second cooldown. So if you grab that card. You could also get this really cool card, which is kind of like Kill to Heal. On steroids a little bit. You could pop this up, and basically if you kill your marked target, you get up to 800 health back. That's a big swing in health to continue you helping fight in the engagements. But again, if you don't kill them and the teammate gets the finishing kill, it's not an assist, it's not an elimination, it's the kill, the last blow, then you lose out on that card. So that's a little bit, not that fun. Increasing the ammo count, I think is probably going to be good, especially considering her DPS is based on that ammo. You're reloading more, you got more to reload. I like that a lot. You cannot be slowed. This could be okay. This could be okay, but I think you'd have to invest a couple of points in there. This is in the basic deck. The reason I say this is because she does not have any movement skill. So having nimble in your items, having deft hands, looking at Wrecker as well. These are kind of cards that I think for her will be strong, but also looking at, just not getting slowed. Resilience could be an interesting pickup that could handle this. If you don't want to go the traditional Blast Shield Havens route, that could help you with the slows from Pip, get out of that really quickly. But this also just allows you in general, if you don't want to pick that up in your itemization, to have a little bit of a counter to that. So you won't take that slow. You cannot be slowed more than 70%. I believe that's of your original movement speed. So that should be how that works. Now, you got some anti-healing here. You've got to reduce the cooldown of Grenade Launcher. That's on an 8-second cooldown. So this is a little bit like, you can't give it too much love. You can max that up to 2 seconds, so put it on a 6-second cooldown. 25%. It's pretty good, actually, when you do that to level 4. So if you like the Grenade Launcher, you get really good at the Noob Tube, this could be for you. Heal for 50 after hitting an enemy with Grenade Launcher. This one is, I don't think it's valuable enough. 200 health after that 8-second cooldown. To invest 4 points into it, it's minor. To invest 1 point into it, it doesn't really matter, I think. Now, if you hit multiple enemies, maybe you could get a lot of bang for your buck in this, but I don't agree. I don't think that's going to be the scenario where she's using this. I think it's going to be up close. You want to hit it close because it's like you can easily miss. You go from 500 to 100 real quick. 500 to 100 real quick. If we had Drake in here, he'd be, getting the song on, but that's exactly what happens, and it's not very, I think, effective to try and use to hit clumps of enemies. Gain 5% movement speed while Hunter's Mark is active. I could see this actually being a pretty decent card, especially if you're trying to chase down a target. This is literally, just gives you that movement speed boost to either stack onto your nimble, to run away from someone. You can mark them and then increase your movement speed. This is a nice little card. You can bump that up to 20%. That's not bad. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Pretty good. My voice is running, man. And then this is also an interesting card, the reveal portion. I think the reveal is really strong. You see a lot of cards on Shaolin, on Kinessa that even have reveals for 1 second, 2 seconds. And because that's so powerful, revealing somebody to a sniper, to Cassie, to Androxus, to, any flanker, any damage dealer, any hook from Makoa, anybody that could get that little bit of information of where they are, where they're peeking, where they're rotating to, can make such good positional plays and decisions. I think personally that is going to be a very kind of a card that we'll see quite a bit. I don't know if people will max it out, but I think it's a good level 1 card that definitely adds value at its base. Let's go back in the training round, and I just want to see one more thing about how that card that I'm really excited about, the Grenade Reload card, 40% impacts Tyra. I need to take some drinks, man. I need to take a drink. Hopefully you all enjoying this. If you are, I do appreciate your support here on the channel, by the way, guys, and keep it locked here for all the Paladins love that I'll be giving and Of course, I got to go cast in just a moment for the EVs Winter Classic. If you want to be around for that, please come through twitch.tv/Paladins game. We're starting at 3 today. It's Saturday. But Sunday, I hope we start at 1. If not, we might start at 3. But either one of those times on Eastern time, make sure you're there. All right, so let's try this. We got the reload. All right, normal reload. Okay, grenade launcher reload. Whoa, baby. Oh, mama, that is fast. Whoa. Okay, that was exactly what I was thinking. So now, this is what I'm thinking, guys. You're going here. You're taking them down. You're taking them down. Boom. That is going to increase your DPS by so much right there. You're going to get that second clip right after you finish. You unload your clip, and you hit it with that grenade. And then that reload is going to be so much faster. Whew, I'm liking this, guys. This is what I'm feeling. I'm very excited about this type of build. I'm very excited about this. And, you know, that reload is going to be looking good. That's going to be it for Tyra, guys. Thank you so much for staying tuned, for staying around. Give them hell when you go out onto the battlefield next time. And as always, y'all, remember to never give up, never stop gaming. And I'll see you all next time.